Hey everyone, welcome back to North-Central Weather Center. My name is Hunter on this Wednesday, July 3rd. We are a day ahead of July 4th, the holiday time frame, and we have a new structure on this channel as well. We're going to be doing videos Monday through Friday daily with the weekends off here and kind of shorter range forecast over the next couple of days, so I hope you enjoy it. If you do, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, give it a like down below as well, and leave any comments, questions, and concerns below. We'll get to those after the video. So let's look here at your Wednesday weather forecast on your July 3rd, and you can see this afternoon's highs are going to be across the upper Midwest and much of the northern plains, Great Lakes into the 70s and low 80s this afternoon. Not really anything too hot unless you're into portions there near the Ohio River or just south into Kentucky. Temperatures there this afternoon into the low 90s, and those dew points will be up there, so it's going to feel pretty muggy across our eastern viewing area toward the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, or portions of the Missouri Valley, Ozarks region. The dew points will be in the low to mid 70s. That's air you can wear, so our heat index values will be pretty uncomfortable today for portions of southern Missouri, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and Kentucky, and even over here into Ohio. Those heat index values will be on up into the 90s, if not the triple digits. But further north and west from there into the upper Midwest, the northern and central plains, a lot of us will be here seeing temperatures pretty close, mirroring those actual temperatures as we go into the afternoon. That heat and humidity is leading to some storm energy across the north-central U.S. here, with those instability values starting to grow. Severe weather will be possible today from portions there of South Dakota into Nebraska and Kansas, and then fishtailing its way eastward along the Ohio River and just north there through Missouri, southern Illinois, into southern Indiana, Ohio, and northern Kentucky, and outside of the viewing area there in western Pennsylvania. The main risk here is going to be for 60, 70 mile per hour winds, some isolated 75 plus mile per hour winds possible from North Platte down to Goodland, Kansas. We'll keep a very close eye on that, and some big hail from Rapid City down to North Platte and Goodland. Could be seeing hailstones over 2 inches in diameter, that is hen egg size or larger, and a 2 to 5% chance of a tornado into parts there of South Dakota, Nebraska, into Kansas in our viewing area, including the Rapid City area, North Platte, and Goodland, again with those risks. So this afternoon, this is what the radar could look like. Scattered thunderstorms across portions of the plains. Those will grow upscale into a big line of storms. See kind of the backwards C shape to that. That's where we could start to see those big rush of wind coming out of the storm, over 75 mile per hour winds, some big hail cores, over hen egg size hail, and maybe a couple of spin up tornadoes as well. That'll push to the east, make it more for a heavy rainfall threat. I think the severe weather threat after midnight into early Thursday morning before sunrise will start to wane in intensity and coverage. Here's the heavy rainfall swath through Thursday morning across southern South Dakota, northern Nebraska, around an inch or two of rain there. And then a secondary, more significant swath from Kansas into southern Missouri, including the Ozarks, into southern portions of Illinois, into near the Ohio River there, into Evansville, Louisville, Cincinnati, and Lexington, Kentucky. Some of those areas 1 to 3 inches worth of rain. This is leading to a slight risk of flash flooding here from Kansas eastward into Missouri, southern Illinois, and then again near the Ohio River there in southern Indiana, Kentucky, and southwestern Ohio, with that flash flooding threat at a slight as we go through the day. Looking here at your Thursday, July 4th holiday time frame, Thursday morning, temperatures starting off for most of the north-central U.S. in the 60s and the 70s. Afternoon highs, not too shabby out there, into the 80s for most of us, even some 60s and 70s for the rest of us that don't achieve the 80s tomorrow afternoon. Dew points will still be elevated, so 60, 70 degree dew points, still pretty muggy across the eastern viewing area. The western viewing area, dew points into the 50s, so a lot drier air there. Our heat indexes won't be, too significant across our western viewing area, but back into the triple digits across southern portions of Kansas, into southern Missouri, into southern Illinois and Kentucky as we go into tomorrow afternoon. A lot of storm energy provided with those instability values really starting to grow. Some more severe weather possible, this time from Minneapolis down to La Crosse there and near Des Moines, and then further south toward Kansas City there, the Tulsa area outside of our viewing area in Oklahoma, Springfield, St. Louis, and then eastward from there into like the Paducah area into the Louisville, Lexington area, into Cincinnati, and outside of the viewing area again into Charleston, West Virginia. The main threat here going to likely be damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Some quarter-size hail possible. I think that's a secondary threat, and the tornado threat pretty low, around a 2% for the areas like Des Moines and Ames, Iowa, and then further south from Topeka into Kansas City there and towards St. Louis. We'll be watching out for that. Going into Thursday morning, you can see some organized clusters of showers and storms kind of all about the north-central U.S. We'll be keeping an eye on those, mainly just producing some heavy rainfall. They'll be leaving some outflow boundaries, so new storm development and initiation Thursday afternoon could develop, and we could see more scattered activity. Nothing too terribly organized, maybe a little bit more of an organized line across the Missouri Ozarks region for Thursday evening. Other than that, things are looking pretty just scattered across portions of the north-central U.S. through Thursday. Very heavy rain, though, from eastern South Dakota toward the Twin Cities there in south-central Minnesota, northwest Wisconsin, central Wisconsin. Those areas could be seeing organized 1 to 3 inches worth of rain. Otherwise, pretty spotty, pretty scattered across the rest of the north-central U.S. on your Thursday. Slight risk for flash flooding up there in places like eastern South Dakota, south-central Minnesota, including the Twin Cities, western Wisconsin, Eau Claire down there toward portions of La Crosse, and then northern Iowa. We'll be watching out for that as well. Finally, going into Friday, July 5th, we're going to start off the day into the 50s and 60s, so a very refreshing start to your Friday. Temperatures will be beautiful in the afternoon into the 70s out there across most of the north-central U.S., some 80s sprinkled in as well further to the south. Friday afternoons, dew points will be, ushering a lot lower. We're going to be scouring out a lot of the moisture in the environment. Dew points back in the mid-50s to low 60s in that range. So the heat indexes really won't be a problem for most of the north-central U.S. Again, unless you are in Kentucky, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, or Ohio. Those dew points will be a little bit more elevated as that cold front moves east. But even so, those will be dropping off during the afternoon. But heat indexes there on Friday afternoon into the 90s. That will provide a lot more of less storm energy on Friday. So that means we're not really looking at any severe weather. If any thunderstorms pop up, just your everyday garden variety storms there on Friday. There is a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk over here into Ohio, into parts there of Kentucky and western West Virginia, so we'll be watching out for that. That'll mainly be a threat for some damaging winds and hail. The tornado threat should be less than 2%. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the new format. We're going to be doing a video like this again tomorrow. Thank you all for watching again. I really appreciate all the subscribers, all the supporters here. If you do like today's weather forecast, give it a like down below by giving it a thumbs up. Leave any comments, questions, and concerns below. We'll get to those later on today. Subscribe here to North Central Weather Center. My name is Hunter, and we'll see you all tomorrow.